Start off by removing the packaging from your Chateaubriand. Keep your prawns to one side. They'll be in the pan after. The prawns only take about 2 minutes to cook. The steak takes about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, so we'll focus on that first. So as normal, dry off anything, any of the cooking juices from the steak, from your Chateau. Okay? Have your pan hot and add just a wee smidgen of oil just to get things started. Have your butter to the side and we'll add that later on, okay? As you want to start the cooking process and you want it quite hot here, a medium hot pan. You want to hear that sizzle. You want to put the steak in the pan and you want to hear that sizzle. As we go on, we're going to be turning the steak and caramelizing the outside of it on all sides, okay? It's important that we caramelize it evenly on all sides before it goes into the oven. Now we have taken care of the steak, we've marinated it, we've cooked it at a very low temperature, so all you're really doing is caramelizing the outside and bringing it up to temperature, okay? But we take a bit of care and a bit of love and a few extra steps to add a lot of flavour into that. Now, as we're doing this, we can see that the steak is starting to, that's it nearly ready, isn't it? Look at the colour. And I'm going to place that into the oven. That's going into an oven at 190 degrees, and that's going to be between 8 and 10 minutes for medium rare. So straight in it goes. That's the steak out of the oven now. We put it back on the heat. As you can see, it's lovely and roasted and it's still sizzling. Now we're going to add the butter that was contained in the packet there, and that will start to foam. When you're foaming butter, it goes to noisette, which is like a hazelnut brown butter. We're going to foam it over the top of it, and that just continually adds layers and layers of flavour to the steak, okay? We have the prawns as well. We're going to foam this. We're going to have the prawns ready to your side. Foam this, take it to the side, and then add the prawns, okay? With the rich and indulgent butter. Steak is rolled around in that butter. Nothing cooked in butter tastes worse than it went in. We spoon it over, we tilt the pan so the butter comes to the bottom of the pan, and we spoon over lovingly, caringly. Now we know that beef's cooked perfectly because we took it to eight minutes. We know that it's cooked perfectly. We'll just add in little tips that we're learning on the way, okay? So that's the steak done. We're going to take that off and leave the pan on the stove. So that's resting now. Resting is very important. So we're going to rest that for 5 minutes, and by the time it's rested, we're ready to go, okay? So into the pan, this pan here, go the prawns. You've got your prawns and the chili and garlic butter. The butter is fantastic. It may not look much, but inside the butter, we've got confit garlic that's been blitzed up, red chili, green chili, and some various herbs. It's fragrant. As soon as that butter hits the pan, you can start to smell it. And look at the colour of those prawns. Look at the colour of those prawns. Look. Oh, lovely stuff. Okay. That's the prawns. Prawns are very easy to cook. Very, very simple. Just a nice butter, fragrant butter. Now that chili and garlic butter is foaming away there. Just keep the prawns moving in the pan. Just keep them moving, toss them around in that butter. The butter's already seasoned, no need to add anything else to the pan, just a bit of love, a bit of care and attention. You'll see the colour from the prawns change from their opaque blueness to a red, like a really red crimson colour, and they're fantastic to eat like that. You'll know the texture yourself. You got your beef, it's been rested already, okay? And we're going to try and carve it into 3 equal pieces. There's no rhyme or reason for doing that, it's just a lot easier to eat. You have the fibres of the meat running this way. You want to cut across it with a nice sharp knife. Thick slices, generous slices. Now if you're sharing this with somebody, there's no doubt they'll think that you are very hospitable. Look at that, look at that. So that goes straight onto the plate. The prawns with that amazing garlic butter goes straight on. Now don't be shy with the prawns and the butter. Now to finish this at the end, directly season the meat and the prawns with the smoked salt blend. Crush the crystals of the salt in between your fingers for that extra chefy touch.